Okay, I think we're running. Yes. Okay, yeah, I see the countdown thing. It's right up. Yeah, okay. Whoa, look at that. Oh, that must be the fickle finger of fate. Gosh, look at it. Well, anyway, friends, time to read another. Uh, wonder, does the fickle finger of fate have clean fingernails? Yes, well, and a little cut. No, okay. Well, no, I'm sorry, a little blemish there on the nail. Oh, I'll be doggone. Hmm. Hmm. That's kind of weird. Anyway, time for another Aunt Barb's Magic Oven episode. Yes, today's thrilling adventure is Gotta Hurry. Where's my toothbrush? All right. Well, okay, here we go. Grandma took a small wedge of cinnamon toast and poured herself a bit more coffee. She used her regular voice to tell me that it might be best to not talk out loud and just talk with our thoughts to Jesus and his friend. She figured it wouldn't be nice to wake up the others. I agreed, but for future reference, if anyone's talking to God, and I'm assuming what might be an angel as well, it really would be okay to wake me up for the conversation. Still, Grandma was right. She turned around in her chair and thought out a nice, friendly hello to both guys on the calendar. Jesus said, "Hi, Esther. How are you this morning?" Frank says, "Hello." Frank is Grandma's husband. I met him only once. I was a couple of months old when he died. I hear he was a character and a lot like Harry Truman, full of vinegar. I always thought that he looked like President Truman, too. If you look at his picture, yeah, you'd say. People used to say that he took one look at me and died. Of course, they were just joking. At least I hope so. I hear he was pretty happy to meet me. My folks and I lived quite far away from Newcastle back when word came that his time was near. It was a long trip for Mom to get me out there from Jersey with me being 3 months old, but she did it. It was the mid 40s. The roads there weren't the big highways, not then. He was on his deathbed when we met. Here he gave me a great big smile. Jesus interrupted my train of thought when he thought out, "Hey there, fella. Frank wants to know when you're going to get a haircut. Oh, and a shave, too." That made Grandma laugh. Yeah, I had my hair a little long. Yeah, and I had more hair then, too. I thought fast and said in my head that I'd get one when Blue Jays whistled Dixie. Darned if not 2 seconds later, three Blue Jays landed on the kitchen windowsill and not only whistled Dixie, but sang it too. And one of them even played a banjo. I forgot that I was in an outgunned situation. Frank must have been quite the guy. I guess he had pull. Grandma took a long look at Gabe and realized that he was the man she met in church. She thanked him for helping her down the steps. Jesus introduced the man as Gabe, not to be confused with Gabriel. Jesus said they were two separate entities. Gabe was one of the movers and shakers for Earth, and maybe for lack of a better word, a kind of guidance counselor or head gardener. Gabe himself said he was pretty much Earth's head schlub. He said it was his pleasure to meet Grandma. He also said that he thought I was a pretty good grandson. Jesus got down to business. The reason he called this meeting was that he needed our help to make today's Thanksgiving the best one ever. Jesus stopped talking for a second and looked closely at my face. He was staring at my mouth. Finally, he spoke. "You know, Mike," he says, "there's all this green stuff all over your teeth. It's hard to prevent tooth decay if you aren't going to brush." Grandma looked too. She seemed a bit turned off. I took a swig of coffee and swished it around in my mouth. Yeah, and then went over to the sink to spit it out. Gabe was going out of his mind with laughter. Jesus continued, "Thanksgiving is going way overboard this year, worldwide. I'm going to make it a great day weather-wise everywhere. There's going to be a feast with lots of surprises, and it all starts at Barb's house late this morning, early afternoon at the worst. I know you have lots of food coming, but it won't be enough. Don't worry, I'll get you more. People will be chipping in too, I hope. I'm sure they will. You're going to need lots of card tables. You'll need millions of them worldwide. The seed will be planted at Barb and Bill's house and spread like a virus to every corner of the earth. It's going to happen fast. Hey, what happens on Carson Street will start it all. Esther, do you still have the Pope's phone number? Grandma said that she did. Jesus went on. Good. Give the Pope a call right now. Don't worry, he's a light sleeper. Reverse the charges. Tell him that I'll take care of him later. Invite him to your dinner. He'll come. Grandma ran to the phone. She had the Pope's number somewhere on her calendar. Jesus had my list ready. Okay, he says, get President Reagan on the phone and do the same thing. I just put his number on the calendar too. Tell him the press will be there. He'll come for that. Actually, he'll come for the meal. Barb's a great cook. I'll be there too. Now, don't you guys worry about a thing. You just have to start the ball rolling. Once it gets going, it'll have a life of its own. Right, Gabe? Right, Gabe? Gabe was staring at my teeth and frowning. So was Grandma now, and Jesus too. I gave up and went to look for my toothbrush. The meeting was over and it was time to get cranking. The calendar stopped animating and went back to normal. I found my toothbrush in my travel bag and started heading for the bathroom. As I walked past Grandma, she grabbed my hand and looked at me and spoke. Are you in? I didn't have to think twice. Of course I am, Grandma. After I brush my teeth, you can count on me. Well, that's it for now, friends. Thank you. We'll do another one tomorrow.